Hey everybody and welcome to my Ellis Cross online build video. Today I want to show you my Nightblade build for the Werewolf Hunter DLC. And first of all, it is a pretty common build, but the equipment is pretty hard to get. So you could get it if you only have the base game, but yeah, it's hard to have the full equipment, so maybe you'll find by yourself other options to play with. But yeah, let's start. First of all, we are a wood elf. Wood elves are pretty good in my opinion because you have the passive of reduced fall damage. Also you have a higher stem recovery by 21%, and also an increased stamina and poison and DC resistance, which is pretty good because mostly other Nightblades and other stamina classes just play with poison glyphs, disease glyphs, or double dot poisons. So in my opinion, it's pretty good to have a resistance against that here. Other options to play with are red guards. Red guards are pretty good for a higher stem recovery because of the passive. Also, you will have the Khajiit, and yeah, maybe Dark Elves could be also good, but in my opinion, Wood Elves are the best. But do not play with Orcs. But, well, just play with whatever you want. Argonians just work also, but in my opinion, Wood Elves are the best. So, next, 64 points into stamina. I guess it's pretty obvious. We have unbuffed 14k, 40.5k Magicka, a pretty good health pool, and a high stam pool. At all, I do not have the Undaunted passives yet, but I will get this passives, and yeah. So all will increase. Maybe you will have close to 18k health and 36k stamina, I guess. Yeah. On our back bar we have 2100 weapon damage, on our front bar 2800, yeah, close 3k weapon damage unbuffed. Also we have 14k resistance on both and 2.5k crit resistance. We have a high penetration, 7k. Yeah. So you see the difference between front and back bar. So buffed up, we just have 2.5k stam recovery and 3.4k weapon damage. Our weapon damage will increase if we just sneak. So you have pretty close to 4k with the Alliance passives also. So next step is our gear. I just rear Bloodspawn because I believe Bloodspawn is the best in this case for more resistance and a higher stam recovery pool. I run 2 heavy because I do not have the passive, so I'm not forced to run 1 light, 1 heavy. But if you have the passives, you should just run with 1 heavy, 1 light, and 5 pieces medium. The big pieces do have a tri-stat glyph, and the small pieces just have only a stamina glyph. All impen, I have to change it, but I guess 2.5k are pretty good. So if you want to play with 2.3k, 2.2k, you can just have the big pieces in infused. Yeah. I wear Spriggans with 3 weapon damage glyphs. You could run as other trade the Tri-Stud or trade, but in my opinion a high stam pool is the best and our health is pretty good, also our Magicka. I run Spriggans Greatsword in Infused, in Nirnhound, because for the highest damage. So you could run an Axe, but in my opinion, a good opening starts with a high damage, and the Brigand's Sword is, in my opinion, the better way. But you could use also the Axe. The Axe is pretty easy to get from the boss. It's the Bankokai, right here is the other boss. He drop the weapon. So you could use Sharpnet also, but in my opinion Nirnhound is the best trade. We got also a high 2k stam, 124 weapon damage and 3.3k physical penetration. So it is the best way to play with, also in open world and battlegrounds. On our back bar I have the Bow of Morak Tong for more damage, but you could use every bow you want. He must be in Infused. Because we just play with double dot poisons, we light attack with our back bar mostly and our front bar, and if we light attack with our back bar, you will have a pretty high damage. I guess Stem or Magicka Recovery will also work as the 2-piece effect. We run double dot poisons with decrease of stamina, so it will increase the cost of stamina, and it's pretty good for fighting against DKs. But yeah, I'm more focused on the double dot poisons. Other set you could also run with is Willy Trade, because it will increase your weapon damage. Both, also the big piece in Infused and the small piece in Pension Able, it will work, but it's pretty hard as a Nightblade, in my opinion. Not so smart to play with Willy Trade, because the spores will spot you. So you have a point where the spores go in different directions, and a smart player will know where you have been, so maybe Bloodspawn is best. But you could also run 1-piece Whaley Trade, 1-piece Scoria to have a higher health pool, or yeah, become creative, my friends. You could also run, I guess, 1-piece Bone Pirate or 2 pieces. You have a big yeah, I don't know how to call it. Yeah, you have a lot of options to choose from. So yeah. The next point is our skills. We just run with Mass Hysteria. It's our CC against big groups, and it also will also work against player who always block. But be careful, it's a high point of costs. We use Surprise Attack. Surprise Attack is our spamable attack, and it will also decrease the physical resistance, so it will also increase your damage. We just run with Relentless Focus because of the Assassin's Scourge, and because of the increased stam recovery, and it will also increase your damage. We run with Executioner. It is the best option for the Nightblade, because you mostly attack single targets, and Yeah, bomb blades just attack big groups, or heavy armor knife blades. If you want that I just develop a heavy armor build, write it in the comments down below. We use rally as our burst heal and also to increase our weapon damage. In cap you could also use Berserk, but in my opinion it's pretty good because of the DC or poison, I don't know, disease damage. It's pretty effective against the new werewolf meta, so you will have the upper hand in fights, mostly, and if you play wisely. On our backblar, we just run Shadow Image. I like Shadow Image because you have the option to escape, but if you won't play with it, just find a better option to play with. It's pretty important that you have all passives of your class, of your race, and your weapons, and other different passives. We just run Shuffle to get immunity against snaring effects, and also to increase our dodge chance. Yeah. We have Shadow Disguise. It's our cloak to become invisible. It's pretty good to escape and also good for a crit. Resolving Vigor, it's our spam able heal. And it's pretty good to play with Rigor. Yeah, I will show you the rotation later. And so Siphon, you could also use the other morph, but in my opinion it's best to have a heal. I mean, in open world it's pretty important. In BGs also, but for solo playing it's a must-have. You could also use on your front bar Stormbreaker. And you could use both morphs if you want to have a high attack damage. You could use Dawnbreaker. So you will have 3k unbuffed. Buffed up you will have 3.5k. And sneak 3.8k. So you have a lot of options to choose from, in my opinion. Consider that your damage isn't decreased in battlegrounds. Yeah. We use potions of immovability. I don't have one. I must make new ones. We use Dubious Camouflage. Dubious Camouflage is the best. You must use Dubious Camouflage to have a high recovery. Also, it will increase your health and Magicka. This food isn't the best for PvP. In PvE, it's a better option. You could also use Tri-Stat potions if you don't want to use immovability potions, or you are too poor for to get the potions. So Tri-Stat potions will also work. Yeah. So rotation. First of all, take your buffs up. Don't use Shuffle too often, and don't use Shuffle if you go into a battle. Mostly it's better to use Shuffle to escape from slowing effects and stuff like that. So you could start with a light attack if your enemy have seen you. You see high damage, but it's better to light attack and fan. If you have light attack 5 times, assassin will proc. Yeah, that has been pretty bad. I must make a new try. Get up, man. So, light attack, strike. If you go invisible, you have always a crit. First light attack at all. You see we have a high damage. Executioner is pretty high, also our in-cap and our surprise attack. Assassin, he's pretty powerful. Also against player in battlegrounds. Yeah, you could run on your two-handed sword a DC glyph, or you just run a weapon damage glyph. It will proc if you make a light attack. Yeah, I believe a damage glyph could be good, or a DC glyph. Tri-stat potions aren't so good. I just use tri-stat potions on our back bar because, damn. If you light attack from distance, why does it not proc? You see, it's pretty good damage with potions, also against low-level player. Yeah. So if you're under pressure, you have to use some combos. Also, if you have high ground, you could. You use your shadow image, as a point where you can spawn to. So you try to escape from your enemies, roll dodge, cloak, port. So if you're under pressure, use rigor, dodge, go and cloak, and if you have placed your shadow image, just port to. Use relay if you are under pressure or if it is available. So that has been all. If you have some questions, just spell it in the comments down below. Thanks for your attention, and I will see you. Bye bye.